So these are three characteristics now that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says are the ingredients of a successful marriage. So the first is that a person has sakina with that person, that when you're in the presence of that person, when you're talking to that person, when you're thinking of that person, they evoke a sense of tranquility in you. How do you test this? Well, when you have chaos in your life, let's say you're running late, everything's going wrong at work, etc., that this person is able to bring you down back to earth and give you that peace and relaxation, tranquility that you need and that you want, right? That stability, that sort of emotional homeostasis that you're looking for, this person is a key part to that. The second thing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions is mawadda, which is this long-term, this long-lasting compassion, this love that's sort of mixed with mercy, and that sort of like allows for bumps along the road here and there. And so this person should evoke compassion within you, that when you see them, you feel this sort of love towards them that's very nurturing, that's very caring, that's very thoughtful, and things like that. And you should also feel that from them. And the next thing, and the last thing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions is rahmah, which is mercy, which is sort of like the social oil which makes the marriage sort of work clearly, just like, cars need oil so the engine can function properly. This is the sort of thing that makes the engine of a marriage work, which is mercy. And so when you're with this person, you should feel especially merciful, and you should also feel like they have that sense of mercy as well. So these are the things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about, and these are the characteristics that He mentions to look for. Notice how He does not focus on money, on looks, on lineage, and things like that, right? These things, however, are mentioned by the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ later in a hadith, where the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said that women are married for 4 reasons. He says beauty, he says their wealth, their lineage, and their deen. Then he gives the advice. He says, marry for deen, for piety, and you will be the winner, right? May Allah bless those who marry for piety. The idea is the Prophet ﷺ is giving us a guideline. He's saying, look, it's okay to look for these other things. That's absolutely normal. However, if these other things trump a person's Iman and their spiritual state and how they affect you in faith, right? Because marriage is oftentimes, we forget that it's transactional, that this person is going to have an effect on your Iman and you're going to have an effect on their Iman. So if we forget about Iman and forget about religion and only focus on beauty, wealth, and lineage, then we're doing ourselves a disservice for that marriage. Make sure that deen becomes the sort of driving force behind all of it, and that person's character is very compatible. Remember, what is on the outside does not automatically link up to what is on the inside. So you need to make sure that you find someone who has that compatibility. Generally speaking, my rule of thumb is that if you enjoy spending time with them, it sounds like compatibility to me. So if you can enjoy spending time with this person, with having conversations with them, if their presence makes you feel happy, and you want to increase that presence in your life, and it's good and healthy for you, then that's a really good sign for compatibility.